Hello guys, how are you? Emmanuel Simon Sakala right here. Nastrambo Timboita tutorial pamsrope a few chords and a few scales that you need to progress from the first lesson that I gave you. Kana usina kuruona, I'm talking about lesson that I can show sure you can check it out on this channel. Saka, I think what we're going to talk about today are called bar chords and a few maybe fancy things that you need to know. So, my bar chords, tine two types in my bar chords. The first type of a bar chord Rico is what we call a 6-string bar chord, which is held like this. Or right. So kana takaribata takadai, so what's happening is this finger yakavara fret rese, then these two fingers zvirubata string number 5 ne 4 sezvizvi, then chino chepakati chobva chabata string number that's string number 3 from the bottom handiti, and then tobva play yakubva kumusoro kusvika kuzasi. That's our 6-string bar chord. The good thing about bar chords now, kantakaribata position ino E, it's called a G major. The reason why it's called a G major is because this root note ino E, it's a G. If you remember per chromatic scale at Kudzidzira, if this is tuned to E, this becomes a F, F sharp, and then G. That means this becomes a G major. And now the beautiful thing is that bar chord chords ako anokwanisa kumove up and down pasina kana problem. Kubva pana G tichida pana G sharp, from G sharp to A, from A to A sharp. So chingodaro, meaning kuti now you can play almost every chord per guitar because unenge wakuziva ma bar chords. Saka that is what it is. Saka instead of playing this G dzimweni dzenguri, you can want to play this G. It also has an equivalent smaller inversion which is held like this. Finger E yakabata string number 1 and 2 sezvizvi, and then ichichi chinobva chava chabata pa string number 3, then string number 4 sezvizvi, then tobataridza. It's the same as, and it's the same as. Satane ma G variations akasiyana ndidi, but it depends on what you want to play. So since this positioning yatataura ichingori bar chord, that means you can even move this as well from G to G sharp to A sharp. So from G to G flat and then to F. So you can also move these up and down. Saka zvinonakidza nokuti unenge wava nema options akawanda. For example, maybe you wanted to play your C yawakajaira yakadai, and you want to look for a bar chord ya C handiti. Remember tati panapa ndi G, which is the same as G panapa. So from G you can count G, G sharp, A sharp, B, then C. That means your C is right here. You can hold it like this, or you can hold it like this. So you can be playing like this. Same chord, you see. If your C is here, that means your B is here, and then your A, your G, and then your F, like that. So this was 6-string bar chord, and then the smaller version, which is, we can call it maybe a 4-string bar chord. And then we have what you call 5-string bar chords. 5-string bar chords are held like this. So this position and takabata bar chord rakavhara kose handitika, and then we come here ichi chobva chatsimbirira string number 4, string number 3, and string number 2 handiti chakabatawo sezvizvi to give us that sound. So because this is a C, that means ukadzoka kumashure C flat, and which is a B, then ukadzoka kumashure becomes A sharp handiti. Kana uri pana C foot, you can move up forward, C sharp, D, D sharp, then E, chingodaro. That's how easy it is. Most of the times I use a suspended one tinongovisa chigunwe chokupedzisira. Instead of holding it like, I usually just do this, like 1, 2, then like that. usually it gives me a better sound. We don't really want to dwell on names because mazita zimwe nzonguri they complicate things and it sounds very difficult. But what you just know is instead of holding SAR3 achidzika kudai, just hold 2 pamusoro akadai. And then that's my 5-string bar chord, which I can use to just play anything. So now you realize with this chord, with that chord, with that chord, is my chords are manual and console kushandisa. And the good thing about that is that now kana wakuziva my major chords, because esati achidzidza my major nditika, you can now play my minor. What is a minor chord? A minor chord is just a major chord rinenge rine flattened third nditika. Probably we'll talk about triad construction a little bit, how you get to tell it's a first, a fifth and a third. But then for now I'll just show you my third that achi flatten here. So for example, in the 5-string bar chord, data player rakadai. When you want to play a minor, what you simply do is remove this finger to a minor, meaning if this is a G major, this becomes a G minor, G major, G minor. So now this becomes A minor, kana kuti A major pano, kana kuti A minor. So anditi kadzoka panapa F minor, F major, F minor, kadzoka kumashure andika E minor, E major, E minor, E major. You see how easy it is? So now you see my chords are no bad. If you now have a chord chart, maybe on a song your woods where I don't play on my chords and you're looking for those chords, you can just use my bar chords. Kuridza my chords are also easy and it is simple like that. Right. That was my minor chords in my 6-string bar chords. Let's go to my 5-string bar chords, and that is yet no more hold the takadai. So I usually do this. Sounds better. The good thing about doing this technique, this finger is also free. This is a major. It becomes a minor. You see that? Major, minor. So if this is C major, this becomes C minor, C major, C minor, D major, D minor, D major, D minor. If this is a C, this becomes a C flat, which is a B. This becomes an A sharp, and it goes. So A sharp, A minor. Go back, A minor, A minor, like that. And that's the good thing about my bar chords. You see, even they are actually related with my chords that actually is the A minor to a cartoon, but and if you pull it out, it just becomes exactly. So I'm going to quadruple, and you see that. Right, so now you know your majors, you know your minors, you know your 5-string bar chords and your 4-string bar chords and your 6-string bar chords. You can use all these chords to just make your sound richer and be able to play all chords. So if you want a chord, you want to play open chords, don't be scared, just look for it in my bar chords and play it. So usually when people want to play guitar, when they know my skills, they want to play fancy things. I'll show you something that you can use, but again the trick about playing guitar, just play modest enough stuff so since last time we were talking about the key of C, I'll keep in the key of C, and the key of C which has these chords C, then D, E minor, F, G, A, and B, and C, and it. So the good thing is that you see we have what we call a pentatonic scale. Pentatonic scale is just a major scale yakabviswa 2 notes to just make it 5 notes, and it. So you will see it kana wango wakadzidzira position a major scale which tangira panap, because this is a C and it C, so it will sound like. That's your major scale per position inoyanditika, which is in the key of C. So tinozoita manje pa inonzi pentatonic scale, we just remove 2 notes. Instead of going do re mi fa, we're going to remove fa and go do re mi so la T, do. So we're going to remove T na fa and it will just give us my notes and then 5 chede. So it will sound like this. That's now your pentatonic scale. So ichiramba chidzika and very simple. It's a box. Rukutangira pano, kusvika apa, roya pano, 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 rodai, rozodai. The good thing about this box, you can use it very, very easily. Uchiridza ma chords ako handiti, because especially our notes are pakati akangoita box. So let's say maybe you're playing a simple rhythm. You see now. Right, so touch incorporate our pentatonic scale right there, and then you see they might sound very foreign and interesting, but it's just a simple major scale again. So kanorum kias, if you play your major scale to sound like so. Now we use those notes. If you want to take it even higher, it will be. So we use those notes, but echiridza zvinhu handizvi. For example, patanjiridza song and anjiridza here, this simple rhythm. Right, so a couple of techniques that you might want to learn. We have what we call my pull-offs with my hammer-ons. Pull-offs, hammer-ons. Then we have my slides. Then we have my vibrations. Time. Net time is you just practice. So I just hope will be able to help you. So your homework is to practice on bar chords. Try and play almost all the chords that you can play. Mukia C. Try and play them nema bar chords besides my positions. I will know ziva apana. Meaning, for example, if you're playing your C here, I want you to try and play it. If you're playing your D minor here, I want you to try and play your D minor. If you're playing your A minor here, I want you to try and play your A minor here. Try all the chords. My bar chords and see how it comes. The good thing about all these chords that Kudzidzira, they're the same chords that are used in every genre. Some of them some of them are scales and all that stuff. So once you master this, then talk to enter. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you learned something. If you want to get more stuff coming, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel and tell somebody. Thank you so much.